Hello guys, I'm Roland from Techusiast, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Sony Xperia Z5 after 16 months. The Xperia Z5 looks just as beautiful today when it was released back in 2015. Its rounded corners, aluminium frame and glass back makes it look very stylish and very elegant. When comparing it to today's flagships from Sony, I actually prefer the Z5's look over the XZS or the XZ that was released back in 2016 and 17. The build quality is great and feels premium in the hand. Up on top we have the much beloved 3.5mm headphone jack, while the bottom holds the micro USB charging port and a keychain hook. That's actually something I've never used. The fingerprint sensor can be found on the right side. That has taken a bit of time to get used to, but it's actually very comfortable to have it there and use it multiple times on a daily basis. I should also probably mention that it's very reliable and very accurate. Underneath the fingerprint sensor we have the volume up and down buttons that again taken a bit of time to get used to due to their placements. The Xperia Z5 is quite tall, but it's actually very comfortable to hold and use with only just one hand. The display is a 5.2-inch Full HD IPS screen that offers some great colours and great sunlight visibility. Over the past 16 months I have actually noticed some light leaks in the bottom and on the middle left of the display. These are mainly noticeable if you have bright light applications or photos open. I must also mention that it's a very minor issue, but it could get very annoying at certain times. The Xperia lineup has always been very famous for its IP certificates, and by any means the Xperia Z5 is no exception. The phone features an IP68 water and dust resistant certificate, and I have actually used it in heavy rain without any issues. The screen has become unusable sometimes due to the wet surface, but a quick wipe was all it took to make it function well under wet conditions. It has front-facing stereo speakers, one placed up on top and one placed on the bottom of the device. They are very well hidden, but they can still be very noticeable once you know what to look for. They are loud and very clear. The highs and the lows are also very pleasant and are good enough to watch videos on YouTube or watch a movie on Netflix. It's powered by the much hated Snapdragon 810 chipset, paired with 3GB of RAM and 32GB of onboard storage. This storage is also expandable via micro SD card slot, which is always a welcome feature to have. On Android 5.1, the performance and the battery life was simply amazing. The phone could last me 1.5 days and about 4.5 hours of screen time. But then Android 6 came along and everything has changed. The performance has stayed the same, but the battery life become much worse. The screen on time has dropped to only just 2.5 hours at its best, with the same usage that I actually had on Android 5.1. Luckily for the Z5 users, Qualcomm's Quick Charge 2.0 is actually supported in the chipset, but be aware because it heats up the device quite a bit. I do have to admit it actually helped me a lot of times to top up my device rather quick. The camera can be found on the top left corner on the back of the device, and it's a 23MP f2.0 lens with face detection, autofocus and a single LED flash. Below the volume rockers, we have the shutter button that lets you take images with an actual physical key. Since I have some very shaky hands, I have always tried to avoid using this feature as it gives me more trouble than usefulness. The camera performance is typical Sony. It shines during daytime and in great lighting conditions, but produces a lot of noise during low light situations. Steady hands and tripods can definitely help you produce sharp and great looking images, but only if you spare some time on fixing those images with a software tool on your phone or on your computer. The camera, even after 16 months, runs quite well, even if the speed of the camera has gotten rather slow. That's not to say that it doesn't shoot nice images, but it definitely takes longer to process them, which sometimes can take up to 15 and 20 seconds. So here's the big question: should you buy it in 2017? If you ask me, I would say no, don't buy it, I can't recommend it. The way Sony handled the updates for the Z5 lineup in particular was simply not professional, and they have also missed out a lot of functions and features that actually made it to other phones that were made in 2015. Many people are complaining about the heat the Xperia Z5 produces when a lot of apps are open in the background, but I personally have never noticed any of that, as the phone runs a little warm but nothing extraordinary. Make sure to check out our website Techusiast.com and follow us on Facebook, Twitter and all that kind of stuff. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and like the video if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.